He looks at these two guys and he says to them, how foolish you are, and how slow to believe all that the prophets had spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and enter his glory? The word foolish here means a lack of contact with reality. They had lost contact with reality. They had lost the idea of what the real world was like. This is what happens when we believe an infomercial. You haven't done this, but other people have done this. When you're watching it and you're like, that could happen. No effort and all the results, that could happen. And we become unhinged from reality, and we pay $29.95 for a pill that doesn't work. We lose track of reality. And Jesus says, you guys have lost track of reality. If you look at nature, if you look at human beings, you look at the fact that 40,000 of your skin cells die, you've got to understand something. There is no new life without death. Something has to pass away for something new to come to life. It's the way you're designed. It's the way the world functions. It's the way it works. There is no resurrection without crucifixion. There's an old gospel song that says everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. I get that. We'd like all the beauty without all the glory. And most of us who have lived long enough know that that's just not how things work. That's just not how things happen. And I know some of us are experiencing this in our faith today. So maybe this isn't something from the outside, from a job or a relationship. Maybe this is about our relationship with God. And you know, the worship songs that I used to make me all Jesus jazzy, they just don't do that anymore. And you know, the sermons I used to be really excited about, they're not clicking anymore. I've heard enough of Tim these days. And you know, when I read the Bible like I used to, it's like, I don't... And we're like, okay, so something's wrong with me. Something's broken. Something in me is wrong. No. It's a process of growing up. It's a process of moving from one stage to another, where we stop reading the Bible for information and we start reading it for wisdom. We stop praying words and we start praying silence. We stop coming here to be electrified and we start coming here to serve and to pour ourselves out. Even in faith, there's a process of dying and coming to new life. It's part of the deal. And Paul talks about it this way. He explains it in really good terms. He says, so all of us who have had that veil removed, we've come to know who Jesus is, we started to walk with him, we can see and reflect the glory of the Lord. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. Jesus tells the men in Emmaus, the glory comes because I suffered. And Paul says glory comes because we are starting to grow. There is no glory without crucifixion, and there is no glory without resurrection. It's part of the thing. So if you're dying to change today, just know that's not the whole story. It's part of the story, but it's not the end.